So you've got your makeup, now what? So I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your palette and how to get started applying this makeup. Don't worry if you're a little bit afraid, it does get easier with time. I like to place my colors in the order of how I'm going to use them, so I start off with my contour first, and then in my brightening highlight, my main foundation, a lip and cheek, and another lip and cheek option, and then a bronzer. And then I like to have a second layer for my powder, so this is where I put my eyeshadows and my setting powder. Now that you have your palette set up, just know that there's multiple ways to do this, and it might take you a little while to figure out what works best for you. The way that I like to start applying my makeup is I like to start with my contour, which is my darkest shade, and that is just going to help frame my face. You can use your fingers or a brush to apply, it doesn't really matter. So I'm starting off with my forehead, and I'm just going to make a line towards my hairline, and then along my cheekbone I'm going to actually go right on my cheekbone, not below, because this is actually going to help to create more of a lifted effect. I'm also going to take this alongside my jaw and just at the shadow of my chin and my jaw, and I'm going to take a little bit of this and contour my nose. So I'm on the top of my nose, but along the edge. Notice how I don't go on the sides of my nose. That would actually just create a wider appearance. I have to take and put a little bit in between here and a little bit just underneath of my lip. That's going to create a full effect. Now don't worry, your application process does not have to be perfect, because when you blend everything out, that's when the magic happens. So next I'm going to take my brightening highlight. That's your lightest color, and I'm going to go in the middle of my face, so my forehead, down my nose, above my lip, and my chin. I'm going to take that same color, and typically this is where a lot of people put concealer. I'm going to take and put just a little bit of this on my inside corner of my eye, and a little on the outside corner and lifting up. And the reason why I don't put it all underneath of my eyes, because as we get older, that is where most of our fine lines and wrinkles are. We don't want to draw attention or focus to that. In fact, the less makeup underneath of that area, the better, because it will show less fine lines and wrinkles. Okay, so then everything else, I'm just going to put some of my main foundation color. By the way, if you have any questions at all as which color is which, please just reach out to me and I would be glad to help you. And you don't have to fill in all of the spaces, because the magic happens when we blend this out. Now, you could put on your lip and cheek color at this time, but I actually like to wait until I've blended all of this main foundation out, and then I put on my lip and cheek color. I'm gonna start off with blending my lightest colors first. So most of you guys grabbed this 3D brush. This is what a lot of women start off with. And so you're just gonna start by stippling, not swiping or pulling. You're just gently stippling that into your skin, and it should melt just like butter. And now I'm going to just blend my contour. So with my contour on my forehead, I'm going to kind of flick this upwards. I don't want to pull it down. I want to flick that upwards towards my hairline. And this is going to just create the illusion of a smaller forehead. And then along my cheekbone, I'm actually going to also flick that upwards. I don't want to pull it down. This is actually going to help create a lifted effect. Alongside my jaw, I'm going to take that back towards my ear and down. And I know some of you guys got bronzer, so you can apply the bronzer next. You can either apply this directly with a brush, or you can use a couple of dots. So I like to put this along the high points of where I would naturally get some sun. And then I just blend. So your bronzer is designed to bring some warmth, where your contour is designed to bring some sculpting. Bronzer's gonna give you that sun-kissed glow. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of the lip and cheek color, so you can use whichever option you want. Once again, you can apply this directly with your fingers or with your brush. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this and apply it with my brush. And I like to go along my cheekbone and up. I don't go right on my cheek, the apple of my cheek, because I already have really full cheeks. So you can apply it directly to the apple of your cheek if you want, but I find doing this actually helps to create more of a lifted and sculpted effect as well. And then next I can take a little bit of that and apply that directly to my lips. Okay, so now let's say if your lip color is not looking as dark as you would like, you can actually go over your lips with the contour first and then add a little bit of your lip and cheek color as well. You can finish this off with setting spray if you'd like, so you can actually spray with setting spray. If you have that, you can go ahead and use that. If you just want to leave it as it is, you sure can. You can also use your brush to apply setting powder if you have that. So you can use that to apply setting powder. Or if you have our Perfector sponge, this works really well to apply powder. So what you do is you just get this damp, squeeze out all the water, and then you take this and apply that to the area. So I like to apply mine in my T-zone. And that's gonna just help to create a more matte finish and help with any oiliness. And that's it. That's all there is to get started. I know it seems a little bit intimidating at first, but trust me when I say that this process gets easier and faster for you. So I'm here for you if you have any questions at all, and please reach out to me if you need anything.